Once you've selected your desired settings for your project, you're now ready to add content such as video footage, still images, titles, audio clips, and more. You can use media in your Premiere projects from many sources: videotapes, film, audio tape or CDs, still images, or even other Premiere Pro project files. You'll generally be using two tools to get content into your Premiere projects. The File Capture option will bring up the capture window. This allows you to capture video footage from a camera as well as audio clips from the camera. Notice you can set up audio and video or one or the other. You can log clips to various locations. You have some clip data here: clip name, description, scene names, time codes, and then capture options. I'll be covering this window in more detail in the next movie. Media clips can be imported directly into Premiere using the File Import option, as long as they exist as digital files stored on disk. If you open up the Files of Type drop-down menu, you can see the large number of digital file types that are supported by Premiere: AVI, Adobe Illustrator files, Title Designer, BMP files, CompuServe GIF, DV files, encapsulated PostScript files, EPS, film strips, JPEGs, Macintosh audio files, AIFF, PICT files, PCX, Photoshop files, PNG files. There's a video format, QuickTime, Sony, VDU file format importer, TIFF, TrueVision, AAF, and then notice the variety of Adobe Premiere 6 formats, as well as After Effects. You have more import options when importing files from other Adobe applications such as Illustrator, Photoshop, or After Effects. Projects created in Adobe Premiere 5.1 or later can be imported directly into your Premiere projects. The imported projects, clips, and sequences are added to the project window in a bin named after the imported project. You can import an Adobe Illustrator still image file directly into a Premiere Pro project. I have several Illustrator files ready to go here. This chicken logo was created and saved in Illustrator. And what you'll notice is that the path-based Illustrator art will be converted into the bitmap-based image type used by Premiere. All layers in an Adobe Illustrator file are merged when you import them into Adobe Premiere Pro. You really have no options. However, layered Photoshop files can be imported in 3 different ways. I have an example ready to go from Photoshop, which is this Smart Objects file. Notice that you get this Import Layered File Smart Objects dialog. Actually, the Smart Objects is the name of the file. So this dialog is labeled Import Layer File. So I can import this either as footage or as a sequence. If you import it as footage, you have 3 options for how you want to handle the layers. You can merge the layers, or you can choose an individual layer or just the background. Let me demonstrate by just bringing in DJ Copy 6 layer. And there's just that single layer. Let me bring in now another one of the layers here. Let's choose layer 1 and drag that onto the timeline, and you can see that that's the layer 1 there. So I can bring it in as pieces. Let's now bring it in as a flattened object with all of the layers. It's actually referred to as merged layers in the Layer Options dialog. So this is the entire file with all of the layers there merged together. Now, the process for capturing analog media files that do not exist as digital files on your hard drive, but stored on a disk such as film, video, or audio tape, or live recordings, must be digitized first in a process called video capture. You must do this before they can be used with Premiere. The video capture process adds some extra steps to the process of using these media sources in Premiere. To cover all the ins and outs of importing and capturing clips into Premiere Pro CS3 is beyond the scope of this short course, but let me provide some of the basics of this process in the next movie.